You are all familiar with the fight Carnifeller Foundation has been putting up against infantile paralysis. Dr. Neely's tragic death deep in the jungle, while attempting to perfect a cure, calls now for others to take his place. Mrs. Camerford Amster has established a trust fund in memory of her little daughter, a victim of the dread malady. A trust fund, ladies and gentlemen, of $500,000. Feeling that the answer to the problem lies in the jungle where Dr. Neely set up his experimental station, the foundation has selected the following doctors. Dr. Frank Bracken and Dr. Charles Phillips. Dr. Harry Trevor and Dr. Carl Neff. To you, gentlemen, is given the opportunity to be of world service. You are to take up Dr. Neely's work. Go to Africa. Find the remedy for and rid humanity of infantile paralysis.
The trust fund you mentioned, was there any specified time within which it must be earned?
There is no time limit, Dr. Bracken. The first one to discover the cure, the remedy, receives the $500,000.
Would it be possible to take my family, my wife and son?
Complete arrangements have been made. Yes, you may take them with you. Gentlemen, I envy you and wish you Godspeed.
Thank you, Doctor.
Another failure. Months wasted. Well, it looks like we're on the right track at last, Carl. I'm sure you are, Doctor. We'll save thousands upon thousands of lives. You there? Any success, Trevor? I'm firmly convinced I have the serum we're after. Well, that's fine. Congratulations. Thank you.
Trespassing again, Dr. Trevor.
Georgia, I'm sorry, dear.
Never mind, dear. You making any headway?
I think so. One more test will definitely tell.
Trevor's discovered something.
He has.
Now it's our chance to find out. They've just left their laboratory. Come on.
Hello, Daddy.
Hi, big boy. Come on.
Jump, darling.
How about a nice big kiss for your dad?
Me.
And your mother. I'll tell you what you do.
What?
You take Chickman, run along over there and play.
All right. Come take my car.
Isn't it wise to allow Jan to play so much with Chickman?
Why, Chickman's been his only playmate for a year. It'd break his heart and Chickman's too if they were ever separated.
Say, how about that lunch you were talking about, huh?
Trevor's stumbled onto it, all right. Means he'll collect that $500,000 trust fund. Unless we can find his formula. It must be around here someplace. Put those papers over there. Oh, here comes that brat again. Listen, I want you to get out of here and stay out. You understand that? Now get out of here. That'll teach you to stay out of here, you little pest.
Now, for the final test. Success at last.
That's great.
Oh, the death knell of infantile paralysis.
Let me be the first to congratulate you, Harry. Trevor's hit it all right. What? How do you know? I just heard him tell Ned.
I knew you'd do it. I'm so happy.
I knew you would be, dear. I've written half of the formula on this parchment. The other half I've engraved on this flexible wristband.
But why on the wristband, Harry?
Come to Daddy, Jan. I want you to take very good care of this. Don't ever take it off. You understand?
Go ahead.
I have reason to believe someone is trying to get possession of it. No one will ever think of looking for the other half of the formula on that wristband. I'm quite sure it'll be safe there until we reach New York.
Trevor's formula was destroyed with everything else.
And we failed to find any trace of Dr. Selva and Jan.
They were either destroyed by the fire or carried off by the animals. Well, I guess there's only one thing left for us to do. Return to America.
Because after all, he found the man he knows all about.
I found this man a couple of months back, living with a friendly tribe of natives. I brought him to my trading post and immediately got in touch with the American consul at Dorothy.
Yeah, the consul figured that Dr. Trevor was the man we corresponded about.
Well, why didn't Trevor get in touch with the consul himself? Well, he acts kind of queer. Doesn't seem to remember his past. He's speaking of his boy, Jan. Have you ever talked of anything else? No, just folks around the jungle calling Jan my boy, Jan. That's Trevor, all right. When can we start with your trading post? My safari is waiting in town. Oh, doctors, this is my foreman, Mr. Allen. Glad to know you, Allen. How do you do? Well, doctor, I'm certainly much obliged to you for helping me locate my lost colleague.
You're entirely welcome.
Thanks for right. Have we get started now? Right away. I'll see you some more.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you.
Andrews.
Just a little farther, Dr. Bracken. There it is. There's the man I spoke to you about. I'll go back and see how the boys are.
Phillips. It is Trevor.
I wonder if he has what we want.
Careful. You mustn't know what we're after.
They're all right. Let's get going.
Hello, Trevor. I'm Dr. Bracken. You remember me, don't you? Surely you remember your old colleague, Frank Bracken?
Bracken?
Well, Henry Andrews, you've been gone a long time. What have you been up to?
Your suspicions do me an injustice, my dear. These are the gentlemen I went to boat to meet. Dr. Bracken and Dr. Phillips, my wife.
How do you do,
Mrs. Andrews?
How do you do?
Come, gentlemen, I will show you to your room. Henry, see to the dinner.
Yes, my love.
Do you think Trevor's faking?
Well, no. Why should he? Whether he is or not, we've got to stick with him and find out what he's done with that parchment containing half of the formula.
And then work with him until he remembers the rest of it. Looks as though we had a lot of work cut out for ourselves.
Yeah. If we get $5,000, it'll be worth it, won't it?
Is that ivory from your father's trading post, Miss Andrews?
Oh, no. My father sends all the ivory and skins he buys to Nairobi and Zanzibar.
Interesting place, Zanzibar.
Yes, very interesting.
On my last visit there, an old trader told me of an ancient legend of a hidden kingdom in the center of Africa. It was known as the Lost Kingdom of Mu.
Come here. Find out what these natives are chattering about. You know their lingo.
They say there's a wild white boy and a big chimpanzee swinging through the trees in the jungle.
A wild white boy? That's mighty interesting. All right, Bono. Get busy. Get that ivory ass.
That Bono is a mysterious individual.
I'd like to take some of the boys, some rope and nets, and go ashore and capture that wild boy and chimp. What for? Well, they'd bring a mighty nice price at some zoo or circus.
You're right, Grub. Go ahead. Take Bono with you. He knows the jungle like a book.
Bono, take 2 men and get the monk. The rest of us will get that wild boy.
Very well.
I'll learn him a thing or two.
Stop it, Grub!
Remember, he's a human being.
I'm worried about that poor jungle boy. They've got him chained in the hole.
Oh, don't worry about the jungle boy. I brought you in here to show you something much more exciting.
Oh, really?
I bought that neckband and this ring from the old trader in Zanzibar who first told me about the kingdom of Mu. He claimed that they both came from the hidden kingdom and that they'd been worn by a princess. My, what a strange mark. Who put it there?
Oh, I suppose it was some superstitious old native woman whom my mother had taken care of me when I was a baby.
Oh, Mona, come here and tell me all about yourself and your parents.
Well, there really isn't very much to tell. My father's had his trading post in Koji for years. I've been attending school in London and take a trip home like this once a year. Usually on this freighter because Dad knows the captain.
Go below, see everything ship change. Get your passengers out there, the boat's through. Check her out!